Everyone knew about the witch tree which stood behind my school. When the school foundations were laid, an ancient grave was unearthed. So those old bones were buried in a bag beneath the old gnarled branches of the very tree from which the witch had hung. It was common knowledge that if someone ran 3 times clockwise around the tree on the midnight of Halloween, the witch would emerge and stab her disturber to death. Late one rainy October the 30th, I sneaked out of my house to meet 5 or 6 other kids from my class and watched together popular jock Mickey try the ritual out. But no witch met him, only distant thunder. Maybe the witch wait till later, when you're asleep, I suggested. What do you know about anything, Beetleborg? Laughed Mickey as he shoved me into the mud. He always called me Beetleborg, as I wore a Big Bad Beetleborgs backpack when everyone else wore a Power Rangers one. I was an odd kid, and this was the sort of thing I did. I was kind of right about the witch biding her time, as Mickey began to see her outside of his window on stormy nights, clutching her knife and staring through his soul with cold, dead eyes. Mickey never invited me to his slumber parties, but these stopped soon afterwards anyways, as Mickey woke everyone up, screaming about the witch trying to climb in through his window. People started to make fun of Mickey. It's fascinating just how fast someone can topple from their perch of popularity. Mickey was a mess afterwards, jumpy, edgy. He screamed when someone dropped a pencil on the classroom floor during a thunderstorm. The other kids stopped finding this funny and began to avoid him completely. You gotta help me, Beetleborg. You know about witches, right? He begged. A year later, my back rammed against a locker. I know they're peaceful, misunderstood, nothing like you described. I never saw the witch. No one ever did, besides Mickey. That was the problem. Nobody ever believed him. Mickey still lives with his dad in the old neighborhood. He could never hold down a job and drifted into petty crime, though he always claimed he was framed. That the witch was playing her game when stolen jewelry kept turning up in his room. He became a total social pariah. I've just heard that Mickey gotten himself confined to a psychiatric ward. Turned out he'd tried to break the witch's curse by burning her tree to ashes one miserable windy night. And when that didn't work, he torched the school. I am on my way to visit my old school friend now. He doesn't want to see anyone, but I've phoned his dad to ask what room he's in. Maybe I could figure out which window is his by counting them along. It's stormy tonight. He could use my company. On the car seat beside me is my Beetleborg backpack with my large plastic dagger, an old witch costume inside. We were going to a Halloween party this week as Mario and Peach. This was our first Halloween together, so I was really looking forward to presenting ourselves as a cute couple. But when I got home from work, I found Brad shaving his mustache. I had repeatedly told him that it fits his costume better than the stick-on black felt that came with it, so I asked him what was going on. He told me, "Sorry babe, John from work hooked me up with an inflatable dinosaur costume. It's gonna be sweet." I played the part of the understanding, cool girlfriend and slipped upstairs to change into what I thought would be a nice surprise. I came down as a cave woman, but instead of an impressed reaction, Brad just smirked. I smiled back and was about to ask him a question when he held his hand and asked, "You just happen to have a backup costume too?" I didn't like the insinuation. I really was planning on going as Peach, but not now with a dinosaur on my arm. I told him, "Of course, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I have a ton of costumes upstairs because I save every one." Then he really tested my calm facade by saying, Well, then maybe you could pick another one, babe. I asked what was wrong with this one, and he actually said, Cat, come on. Dinosaurs and humans lived 100 million years apart. It would be ridiculous to go together. I breathed a loud sigh as I ran upstairs again and changed into a witch. I could live without going as a costume that complemented Brad's. But his response was, I don't know, Kate, it's kind of cliché. Fine, whatever. I changed into an angel, but he rolled his eyes and told me, oh, please no. I don't want my girlfriend to be known as that kind of girl. Thoroughly fed up, I glared at him and asked, I give up. What do you want me to go as? Realizing he messed up, Brad backpedaled. Come on, Kathy. You can go as whatever you want. You don't have to care about what I think. Frustrated to tears, I just ran upstairs and took all my costumes off. He clearly didn't understand how important my appearance was to me. Suddenly, without knocking, like he normally did, Brad entered the room saying, Catherine, babe, calm down. I already planned on ending things with this jerk, but after the party, his last mistake was taking that decision away from me. Brad froze at the sight of my true form. My many mouths opened in anticipation, but for his sake, I changed quickly to another costume, that of a devil. I strode seductively towards him, as Brad just stood there, paralyzed with fear. So, yeah, we're not together anymore. But, on the plus side, I've finally decided I'm going as Brad this Halloween.